Hello! So in this video, I'm going to show you how to clean up your course menu in Canvas. And it's really important to take just a few minutes to do this because it makes it so much clearer for the students to know where to go. So if you take a look right now, if I click on Student View before doing anything, what a long menu the students have. And most of these things right now are integration items. So I'm going to exit student view. Yep. Let me turn this off for a second. Okay, so I'm going to leave student view. And they would even see these additional things if you had content in them. So the menu could get even longer. So to clean up the menu, enter your course and click on Settings, and then click on Navigation. This is where you control what you want to be in the course menu navigation. There is a top half and there is a bottom half divided by this text. Anything below this bottom half gets either disabled or hidden. Disabled would be any integrations, and those things, if they are hidden, would also get hidden from your menu. So even for you, this would get cleaned up. And anything that is native to Canvas, which is kind of the things up at the top here. So let me say, there's a bottom half, a top half, and then on this top half, it has kind of a bottom half and then a top half. So the bottom of the top half are integrated things into Canvas, and the top of the bottom half, the top of the top half, are native to Canvas. Let's start dragging things down. So if you are not familiar with one of these tools, if you've not heard of it, if you've not received training on it, you probably do not need it for your course. If you are worried that you may receive training in the future, simply unhide it then. But until then, it's just confusing to the students. They'll click on it and they won't know what to do. So I'm going to start dragging down. For my particular course, I don't need very much. I'm going to drag down Newsela. I'm going to drag down Edpuzzle. I'm going to leave APS library resources. I'm going to drag down Nearpod. I'm going to drag down these textbooks because for my course, I don't have those. If you're wondering if you do, check with you should already know, I would think, but if you need to check with your curriculum office, they will let you know if there is an integration of a textbook in Canvas. All right, I'm going to hide BrainPop. I'm going to hide Connect Ed. I'm going to hide Class Notebook. I'm going to hide Office 365 and Bookshelf. Google Drive gives each person access to their own Google Drive, so don't worry about leaving that there. Students won't be accessing your Google Drive from here. So if that is something you want to hide anyways, you're welcome to. Some teachers wouldn't want that. Definitely hide chat. This is like a chat box that can be very distracting. So hide that. Definitely hide attendance because we do attendance in Synergy. Collaborations is a way to set up a Google document, write in Canvas, and assign students to work collaboratively in that document. It's a great tool. It does not get graded. It is for collaborating only. So for my course, it's okay to hide that. Conferences is a big deal right now. This is web conferencing, and a lot of people are using it or trying to use it. A little bit of bumps today with everyone trying to use it. But this is a web conferencing tool. Okay, modules is hugely important. I'm actually going to move that under announcements. Modules is the way we organize content in Canvas. Outcomes, this is standards, and we don't have those loaded at the time, so we can go ahead and hide that for now. Syllabus, that's up to you. If you have a syllabus, you can attach it here or you can embed it from Google. Sure, let's keep that. All right. What else? I'm going to personally hide people because I don't necessarily need my students to see the long list of people in the course, but I need it. So I'm going to hide it from them, but not from myself. So that leaves, let's see, that leaves discussions, pages, discussions, assignments, files, and quizzes. All of these items I'm going to organize under modules or within modules. So although I am hiding them from the menu, I am not disabling them from being used, but I'm going to be able to lead my students better through my course if I organize all of these pieces within modules. So I'm going to hide all of those. And the last one we wanted to talk about is grades. I'm going to leave grades here because although a teacher may not be doing all grading in Canvas, when you do any assignments in Canvas and you give students feedback through the speed grader, the way the students access the feedback is by going to grades and accessing the assignment. So I'm going to leave grades here. Yeah. All right. After all of that, make sure you scroll down and click Save. You don't want to lose all that work you did. While we're here under Settings, let's go to Course Details because I have a couple of things to show you here. First of all, this is where you add your picture. I'm going to remove this. This is where you add your picture that appears on your course tile. So choose Image, click Unsplash, and type in the search box and see what what would be something nice to represent your class. So let's say that's a music class, okay? And then I want to show you one more trick, and this is at the very, very bottom. So at the very, very, very bottom, there's a little bit of text called More Options. Click on More Options. These are very hidden. I want you to click on Hide Totals in Student Grade Summary and Hide Grade Distribution Graphs from Students. This is only if you do not do all grades in Canvas, so as to not confuse the students to think that the total grade is their grade. So they should be directed to Synergy for their total grade if you are not doing all grades in Canvas. The other thing you can do is uncheck Let Students Create Discussion Posts because you just want them to reply. And you can uncheck Let Students Organize Their Own Groups. Definitely uncheck that. And finally, check Show Recent Announcements on Course Homepage. And I'm going to change that to 1. So with all of that, let's update the course details. I'm going to go to Home. I'm going to look at Student View. And it's a much friendlier menu. I'm going to leave Student View for a second. Why do you think that announcements and modules don't show up for students right now? They don't show up because there is no content, so these are not visible for students. So in the next coming videos, we're going to start adding some modules and talk about announcements. So that's it for now. Thank you.